In video games, when you have the knowledge of a world beyond the space you're provided, but the access to that place is just not given to you, it creates an urge to force your way through. I distinctly remember trying to cross the bridge in LEGO Marvel Superheroes with my brother and corrupting our save file, one where we had unlocked almost everything in the game. While I was upset that we had lost a lot of time and effort and studs, the exploration of a space I was very much not supposed to be in was more than worth it. I wonder how to define these kinds of spaces. There is of course out of bounds areas that you can explore like the aforementioned LEGO game, but spaces that have nothing beyond them after clipping through elicit the same feeling, despite having no method of exploring past the boundaries set for you. What is especially frustrating is when the game gives you knowledge through cutscenes of a space beyond where you're permitted to explore, but your access is immediately restricted once this scene ends. Majora's Mask traps you in Termina, with the entry point through which one could feasibly escape back to Hyrule cut off by the bottom of the clock tower's seemingly impenetrable wall. This footage is from Annie Austin, however, the Majora's Mask I grew up with was a 3DS one. I would often come down to the bottom of the clock tower since Majora is my favourite game and I knew almost every corner of it. I would just press against the door or hang out here, hopelessly wishing that some sort of access could be found back to Hyrule, even though I had Ocarina on the same device. I wanted to see how Hyrule had changed. Had I made an impact? Was everyone okay? A similar experience I had was with Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, which both have separate hub areas restricted from the player in either game. Gruntilda's lair is the main hub of the first game, but it's beyond repair in Tooie, so you can no longer explore it. Tooie has this weird village beyond Spiral Mountain that is inaccessible in the first game because, well, it hadn't been designed yet. Despite the fact that I could change games to explore either of these areas, I wanted access to both of them in either game. Somewhat selfishly, I guess. I think this is why it's so cool when games do bring you back to places you shouldn't be able to go to. When Mario Odyssey takes you back to Princess Peach's castle, when Galaxy 2 takes you to Thwomp Fortress, when Sonic Adventure 2 takes you to Green Hill. These are areas that should be long gone, yet we are now allowed to return, and it's kind of magical. Sonic Mania of course takes you back to the Angel Island in its Encore mode, but the visit is short and doesn't even finish the zone's first act. It's a one-to-one recreation, yet I am incapable of moving beyond a point where the game returns to, well, Sonic Mania. This creates a melancholic hope for more, for a further journey into this world that I'm of course familiar with, but now feels new, as it is remade in Mania's new blast processing engine. Shadow of the Colossus has one of the most interesting examples of this feeling that I can't name. I've not finished this game, but what made me interested in it was this video about the fandom desperately trying to get more of the world, more of the game. There was cut content and some of it could be hacked back, but what people wanted was access to a place they were denied, as the game, similar to Majora, which I grew up with, traps you in its expansive world with glimpses of the land before and its opening cinematic. Is there a way to escape? Is there a way to find more? It may have been fruitless, but the journey to answer these questions was really quite captivating. Why do we chip away at bedrock? Why do we walk into doors that will never open? Whatever keeps us exploring, finding new parts of the games we love, or enjoying the journey to find nothing, it's a really beautiful thing.